The purpose of the tidy clamp is to effectively clamp a hose or anything else you can think of that you would normally use a typical hose clamp. You can use a tidy clamp, which will make a much tighter, neater, and more convenient, cheaper clamp. Now, to do that, we simply take the diameter of what we're going to tie and multiply by 7. And the reason for that is we're going to go around twice, and we're going to go around twice as a pair. So we're going to take about 20 inches roughly of wire and cut that off. Then we're going to take the wire and we're going to straighten it out. And once it's straight, we can simply start to clamp our whatever it is we're working on in this fashion. Now I use one finger here to hold the loop, and I bring the wire around in this fashion and through the loop. You're going to have to use your finger to hold the wire in place as well. The wire comes around and goes through the loop, and make sure the wires are separated. And you come around once more, and once again through the loop, until you have the wires paired off like this and through your loop thusly. And you can slide the loop down a little bit, start to get a little bit of tension on the wire. But basically, there's your starting point with the wire. Now, you take the clamp. Clamp has a slot cut in the end of the threaded section, and it also has a couple of holes on the ring, and the holes are for the wire. You slide the wire through the holes in this fashion, and you bring the clamp down. Now we're going to have to lower the clamp down a little bit, which is handy. Got this nice little knurled nut on the end, which makes it very easy to turn the clamp. You now bring the clamp down, and this wire loop locks into the slot on the end of the threaded piece. Now you can pull a little tension, don't have to pull a lot. Pull a little more tension on this side. And what I like to do is I like to cross the wires over in this fashion. Just makes it easier to hold. As you can see, the clamp is now ready to start to tighten. You're going to start pulling up tension. You have the wires wrapped around here, and you can begin by turning the knurl counterclockwise. I put my thumb on here just to hold the wires in place. You turn the knurl counterclockwise. And I'm sorry if my big hands are in the way, but you can see we're already starting to take up tension on the wire, so we can begin to get the wire straight around whatever it is we're clamping. That makes a nice, neat clamp. And again, I'm going to put my thumb down here so you can see I'm simply taking up tension like this, and I like to rock the clamp a little bit as you're tightening. That tends to make the wire even tension all the way around what you're clamping. You can feel it too. You can feel the tension ease up on the knurl. Once again, rock it a little bit. Now you can see the wire start to cut in or start to dig into the hose. That's a good sign. That means you're getting a good tight clamp. Now, this clamp will also actually get tighter than a typical screw type hose clamp. Now we pull up. That's about tight enough. Now to finish it off, all you have to do, you've got your wires paired here. All you need to do is swing the clamp over like this. The clamp is now locked. Pull the wires up, pull the clamp off, and you have two wires this way. The clamp is actually locked. It's very tight around here. The way I like to finish this is Cross the wires over, begin to turn. Do not use pliers to do this because that work hardens the wire, and the wire then can break at this point. You don't want that to happen. So you simply turn the wires like this, nice and clean. Take a pair of diagonal side cutters, cut across the wire this way. Then you can take a pair of pliers. I put a little downward turn on the wire like that, maybe a little bit more, like that. Unlock the pliers in this case, if you can, and simply use the pliers to finish the clamp. And you can see I'm squeezing this in between the two wires to finish it off. And there we are. A nice tidy hose clamp. You can see I'm running my finger across it. It doesn't cut my finger. And we've got a hose clamp that's tighter than a screw type hose clamp. Remember, you can think outside the box. You can fix a broom handle, a hammer handle, put two pieces of wood together. You can clamp anything you can use a hose clamp with. You can use a tidy clamp. That's our demonstration. I thank you for watching.